Today we have a 2003 Toyota 4Runner. We'll be replacing the valve cover gaskets. Alright y'all, so to start off, we're going to go ahead and remove these two 10mm nuts and get this cover out the way. So to replace the valve cover on this car, first thing we do is remove the engine cover. It's held by two 10mm nuts here. Just take these two nuts off, pull the engine cover off. Then we're going to remove the airbox cleaner here. It's held in place by a number 10 here, a number 10 here, and then you're going to go ahead and loosen the clamps for the throttle body and the trunk here, and as well as unplug the throttle body and the master airflow sensor, and as well as remove this hose from here. Once you do that, just pick it up, slide it out of there, and move to the side. Once you kind of slide it to the side, go ahead and back and remove this little vacuum hose here. And now you can go ahead and take out the airbox cleaner. Now, once the airbox cleaner is out the way, we're gonna get the intake manifold off to get to the other valve cover here. We're gonna have to unplug the evap purge valve as well as that sensor back there. Take off three brackets, two over here of two number 12s, 1, 2, as well as some bolts down there. However, we're just gonna take these out, and over here as well. We'll take both these out so we can slide it a little better, a little easier, sorry. Also remove this hose here, and we're also gonna have to just make sure all the wire harnesses are off of it so we can pick it up. So like here and in the back as well. And then with the number 12, remove two nuts, one here and one in the back as well. And with a number 8 Allen, we're gonna remove 4 bolts here. And then from there, we can start trying to get it out of the way. Also forgot to mention, you'll be removing this hose as well, the evap. Just take the clamp, pull it back, get this out the way as well. So we got pretty much everything removed to get the intake manifold off. I went ahead and took off the entire bracket here just to get to this hose a little easier, and so I can shift it this way. Make sure these heater hoses are to the side as well as a wire harness back there. Now we just go ahead and remove these two coolant hoses to the throttle body, and then we can pull this out. So we now have everything exposed with the intake manifold and air cleaner box out the way. Go ahead and cover the holes here for the intake as well. Don't want anything to drop in. So now we're gonna go ahead and unplug all the ignition coils and take them out with number 10s, as well as go ahead and take off these brackets here, number 10 as well, one here and one here. And then from there we will get, you can take this hose off as well, both hoses here. But once we get all those off, we can start taking off the valve covers. Once we expose everything, I'll show you where all the bolts are located. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all these wires out the way, the hoses out the way, and the ignition coils out. So after removing that bracket here, the 10mm, 3 ignition coils, this is the right valve cover. There'll be a total of 12 bolts, 3 in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 right there, sorry. So 12 total, 9 around, 3 in the center on the right valve cover. Now on the left valve cover, did a little something different. The 2 brackets here, 10mm for the little hoses here, 1 and 2. And then the ignition coils are gone. I went ahead and just unplugged everything here and here, as well as here, just so I can pull the whole wire harness back. And same thing, just 12 bolts all around, 3 in the center and 9 around to get the valve cover out. So I'm gonna start going ahead and taking the valve cover off. So we got the valve covers off now, and just a little correction. There will be 10 bolts and 2 nuts, one there and one back there, same as on this side, one here and one back there. So now we're gonna get the valve covers cleaned up and all of this cleaned up as well, get all this gunk out and get ready to put the new gasket in place and reinstall. So I've removed the old gasket already and cleaned it up a bit, went ahead and put the new one in. They only go one way, you just use this little curve as a landmark to get it in, just like so. Also went ahead and cleaned this up all right here, mainly with the cylinder head and the timing cover meet right there and there, as well as on the other side. We're gonna put silicone here before we put the the valve cover gasket on, just to help seal the timing cover to the cylinder head there. So now, before we do all that though, we're gonna replace these little gasket washer things here. So there should be a total of 6, 3 on each one. We're gonna go ahead and take all these off and replace it with our new one here. And then we're gonna put the silicone on and place our valve covers on. So let's do it. So I've placed some silicone on where the timing cover meets the head. So now we're gonna go ahead and place our valve cover down and just thread the bolts through, and we're gonna torque them down, and they don't really have a sequence but just kind of staggered out. The bolts in the middle are gonna be 8 foot-pounds, and the bolts outside plus the 2 nuts are gonna be 7 foot-pounds. So we're just gonna place it in, thread the bolts, and then just stagger our torque around to get an even fit. So we have both valve covers on. Kind of went ahead and just threw this one on. It's literally the exact same as this side, just opposite directions. 8 foot-pounds in the center, 7 on the outside. I also put silicone between the timing cover and the head, engine head on both ends. Put it down, tighten everything around, staggering it down. Plugged everything back up as well. So pretty much now we're done with the valve covers, and just need to install the intake, upper intake manifold, and I'll have another video for that, for the torques and everything on that. So thanks for watching, y'all. Please like and subscribe. More videos to come.